Hi, good morning, everyone. Yesterday, in previous session, we have seen how we create object without tab. When we create object, what happens in the background? We have created objects with tab and objects without tab. We have understood about standard fields and custom fields. Whenever we create a custom field, or for any standard field, custom object or standard object, there will be 5 standard fields are available for any object: ID, name, owner, created by, last modified by. We can't remove these standard fields for any object. If it is standard object or if it is custom object, we cannot remove these fields. These are standard fields provided by Salesforce. Without these fields, there is no object. Whenever we need anything as per business requirement, like if client asks to enter PAN number, passport, or Aadhaar, we can customize the standard object and we can customize custom object and we can add these fields. There are some limitations for standard fields and custom fields. For free developer edition, we can create 500 custom fields for an object. For unlimited edition, we can create 800 custom fields in the object. So we have seen how to customize fields as well. We can rename the tabs. Here we are saying tabs. These tabs we can rename. We can customize and we can rename as per our requirement. Sometimes client asks, they don't want contacts. They want to see my contacts, my opportunities, or something else they want to customize. We can do it. Now we will see what is the background process. When we create object, it creates one user interface. It creates business logic and it creates a database table to store data. In the same way, when we create a field, in the background, it will generate one user interface. In that user interface, end user can enter input. Whenever we are clicking on new to create any record, here it is creating, it creates this user interface. It will contain some label name and it will give some text box or something else based on the data type. This user interface is created automatically by Salesforce to enter input. In the backend, to store data, it will create one column name in the table. It creates a column name in the table. We'll have some column name for the table to store data. Whenever we enter field details, the data is stored in the corresponding column name. It will create one business logic to store this data. Whenever end user enter data from the front end, this business logic validates the data and it will store in the table. Same for object and field. When we create object, it will create these three processes. It creates user interface, it generates table in the backend, and it will generates a business logic. In the same way, for field as well, when you create a custom field, it will generate one user interface to take input from the end user. And it creates one column name for the table. Already object is created. We are creating additional column to that object table. That time it will create a column name to store the information, related information, and it generates on business logic for that column, for that field. There are three ways for object as well. These are the three ways to list out the objects. For field as well, these are the three ways. From object manager, we can see the fields. From schema builder, we can see the fields. You can hear me, right? I don't know.
Yes, sir.
From developer console as well, we can see the
Hello.
yeah, Hema, can you hear me?
Can you, yeah. Actually, I'm trying to unmute or it's not giving me option.
Okay.
Just now I'm able to, yeah.
If you want to see through object manager, go to object manager, click on any object, and there one option is there, fields and relationships. The lightning, go to lightning experience. Network is slow, I think, from my side. The setup, go to object manager. The object manager, you can go to any object. Here we have fields and relationships. From here, you can create new field, or you can view. If you want to view all the fields, you can view from here. Go to that field level. Here, all these are fields. You can create new field. If you want to customize these fields, you can customize. So now you do these assignments. Create custom fields, PAN, Aadhaar, passport to accounts objects. Then view those custom fields from object manager, from schema builder as well you view, and from developer console as well you view these fields. This is the navigation for that. You can go to from here, you are going to object manager from setup. There you can go from schema builder as well. Here from setup, go to schema builder and see fields. Same like objects. Go to schema builder and you can see fields. You can select the object and see fields. Try that. Then from developer console here, if you select any object, if you create records in that objects, clear this, select the count object, auto layout, it will come up. Here when you create new fields in this object, it will come here. Just take a screenshot of that. From here, developer console, it is showing. These are the three ways for object and fields. Same navigation. Here you can see. You can open these fields. Try this. Try these three. So now we will see data types. For every field, there is data type. Whenever you want to create field, first it will ask data type. which data type you want to create. It describes the type of value you are going to enter, you are going to store in the database. Salesforce provides 19 types of data types. Every data type has its own properties and functionalities. Client always give business requirement document. They do not mention all data types, which data type you have to enter for this field. They just give their business requirements. As admin and developer, we have to understand and decide suitable data type for fields. There are common properties for all data types. There are 19 data types. For those 19 data types, we need to enter these 4 fields. First one is field label. It is a statistic. Whenever you go to any field, go to any field, this is the field label which is displayed for end user. This field label we have to enter while creating the field. This is the statistic displayed in the user interface to the end user. And field name, after entering that, there should be column name internally. It will create, but when you give field name and click on tab, automatically it will take whatever field name you give. If you give account name, if you click on tab, automatically it will take account underscore name. That is for internal. That is for column name in that object table. Then we will enter description, purpose of that field. What is stored in that field. If you have any comments or description about that field, we can write. Help text. It is a tooltip text message. Like inside that box, we can, here inside this box, we can give enter account name, or we can give hyperlink for helping to understand about that field, what to enter, what not to enter. These 4 properties are common for all the data types. We have to, it will display for every data type when we are creating a field. After selecting data type, these 4 fields we have to enter, we must enter. These are optional, but these 2 are mandatory. These 2, description and help, are optional. First 2 fields are mandatory. Without entering these 2, it will not allow us to create field. When the first field data type is text. It allows users to enter combination of letters and numbers, special characters. Maximum of 255 characters we can enter if we select text data type. Address, PAN number, passport number, whatever we want to enter. Even special character also it allows. Go to object manager. The setup, try to create field. The account, fields and relationships, create new. It immediately asks for data type. Here it is field type. We call it as data type. We have to enter text now. If you select this, it will allow 255 characters for this field. Here it is allowing field label, PAN number. It is asking for length. This length option is not common for every field, but these four: field label, field name, description, text, help text, these are common for every data type. Whatever data type you select, 19 data types are available. For those data types, these four options will come. These definitely will come. Length won't come for every data type. Here I don't want 250 characters. I want only 10 because pan number is only 10 characters. Field name automatically comes here when you enter field name with underscore. This is the internal name. Description stores pan number of the customer. Help text, enter pan number. So here these four properties has come. Now there are some additional properties. First one is length. We have entered length. Second thing is required box. Here we can make this required. If you select this mandatory, when you are creating field, without entering this data, it will not save record. It will show this pipe mark in the field. Same like this. PAN number is unique. Other persons won't have one person PAN number. It is unique. Here we are selecting case sensitive or case insensitive. If you ABC, if you enter small and capital, select this case insensitive. Select external ID. This is for integration purpose. This data might be coming from third-party sources. That time we have to select this. Here we are not getting this from third-party source. We are entering this manually. If you want to get this, if that data is coming from third-party source, that time we have to select this. This is for integration purpose. When integration sessions come, that time we will understand this. Allow this in custom reports. Default value. Is there any default value for this? No, we don't have that. This required box, we can make this mandatory in different ways. In 5 ways, we can make this default. This is mandatory. First thing is while creating the field. Now we are creating the field. We have selected this required. Otherwise, if you don't select this, while creating the page layout, in next session this will come this topic, page layout customization. In that we will see how to make this mandatory, how to make this field mandatory. Validation rules concept will come. In that also by using validation rules as well, we can make this field mandatory. By using Apex programming as well, we can make this mandatory. Visualforce programming. In these 5 ways, we can make this field mandatory. They will ask in interview, in how many ways we can make field mandatory. What are the different ways? Next, unique checkbox we have seen, external ID. These are the 4 are common properties, then these 8 properties are there for text. Next is text area. Here everything is entered in single line in the text. But in text area, it will allow multiple lines. It allows multiple lines. Properties for this are, first 4 are the common properties: field label, field name, description, help. These 4 are common. And additional properties are length, number of lines visible. For example, we might enter some 10 lines, but how many lines should be visible? 4, 3, 5. Remaining lines, by scrolling we can see. If you click on scroll button, you can see. This is provided by Salesforce. If you enter 10 lines, if you select 4 lines, that scroll option is prepared by Salesforce automatically. Another property is required checkbox. Here total 7 properties are there. Here 8 properties are there for text. If you use this data type, you have to enter 8 properties. Not all are mandatory, but it shows 8 properties. Here it shows 7 properties. And third one is text area long. Here it allows only 255 characters, text and text area. It allows 1,31,072 characters it allows. It allows in separate lines. Sometimes we might need to enter long description. If you want to write any report about candidate performance, or if you are going for any BTech admission or something, that time they might need to enter long paragraph description about your qualification, about your interest. That time we need to enter many lines. Text area long allows 1,31,072 characters. Here property is length. These 4 are common. First 4 are field name, field label, description, help. Other than that, 2 more. Length. If you might don't need 1,31,000 characters, you might need only 10,000 characters. That time we can enter only 10,000 for the length option. Here number of lines also we can enter. Next, text area rich. It allows 1,31,072 characters. But here you can format the text. You can change font style. You can give color to the font. You can align. You can add images. You can add hyperlinks. Web links also you can give. However you want to do, like you can write some document with your own option, like Word document, whatever data you are entering in the Word document with color and font style, different alignments, you can add image. Whatever you do in Word document, same thing you can do here. Here only one extra option other than those 4 options. Field label, field name, description, help. Other than these 4, only one more. For text area, it is 6 properties. For text area rich, there are only 5. Other than those 4, 1. Total 5 properties. We will see this about encrypted later. Now checkbox. Here, if you select this checkbox, it will allow true or false values. It will show true or false values. If you select this for any field, by default, it is unselected. If you select that text box, checkbox, it consider as true. If you don't select, it will consider as false. It will just allow checkbox, that's it. Right mark, with right mark we can check that box. If you check it, it consider it as true. Otherwise it is false. Here only one option is there other than 4 options. Those properties are 5 properties are available for this checkbox. Next, date. It allows users to enter a date or pick a date from the pop-up calendar. If you select this data type, when entering the field, it will pop up a calendar for selecting date of birth or joining date, relieving date, something like that. It will have 4+1 required checkbox option. It is mandatory or not. Total 5 properties it will display. Time. It allows in 12 hours format. Then it will be PM. It will allow all these formats. 12 hours format, 24 hours format, 24 hours with minutes and seconds. Here minute, hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. All these are valid formats. User can enter any these formats. While creating the field, it will ask for 4 options and this one, total 5 properties. And sometimes we need to enter date and time. We can select that from pop-up calendar. It will take current date and time automatically. This is called timestamp. Here we will have required checkbox and other 4 properties, total 5 properties while creating this field. And 10th one is number. It allows users to enter any number along with decimal digits. Total 18 characters are allowed after decimal. It asks for length of the field, number of decimal digits. If you give 5 digits, it will allow only 5 digits after decimal. It will ask for required checkbox, unique and external ID checkbox. These 5 options it will ask while creating this data type. If you use this data type, it will ask for total 4 + 5, 9 properties it will ask. So now for this, how sometimes client will come and ask us to draw a business requirement. This is they don't have proper knowledge on business requirement. They have some engineering college, they want application for them, Salesforce application. They just approach us and they ask us to draw business requirement, explain us what you are going to put and design application to us. That time we need to prepare business requirement document. And we have to design that application. You cover these 9 data types, leave this encrypted, text encrypted, and think how we can design that business requirement and we can complete this application. And remaining all fields we will see, all data types we will see tomorrow, and we will cover some extra things as well tomorrow. And for Hema, I need to take separate class for you for 5-10 minutes to create trial head account. Whenever you have free, just ping me.